Welcome to Center of Light. It's been a while. I'm losing my touch. Have to relearn some things. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. Let's show. Let's hang out. Tonight is Center of Light choosing power versus force. It's a choice. Choosing power versus force. I don't think I can get Center of Light going in the group. Like I told you, it's been a while. I fell off the horse. Let me do a couple of refreshments. So, just to give you a heads up, I am in an apartment. It's 96 degrees outside. My AC is not working. So if you see this sheen, it's because I'm sweating my ass off. Welcome to Center of Light. It's good to see you on a hot night. We're going to be speaking about power versus force. What is power? What is force? I got a new chair, an old new chair. Let me move it because it's squeaking. There we go. Got some new lighting thanks to Phil Galati for his recommendation that led me to the next rabbit in the rabbit hole. The lighting looks fantastic, I hope. So welcome everybody. Good to see Dana Trotter, KK Marriage, everyone who is hiding and swears they won't come out. Mindy Holder. I don't know if I know Mindy Holder. Somebody better hold her because I'm going to come find her. Hello, Mindy. Everyone, good to see you tonight. Donna, Melinda. Center of Light fundraiser. I'm going to post this a little later. The links are there. Please choose to power versus force. Force, everything's backwards. To support Center of Light Foundation. Dr. Katie Camara and I are about to launch Center of Light Foundation Roku channel within a month. More likely less, but within a month. Roku's on every TV around the world. I'm grateful. I'm blessed. So, if you could choose to support, however that be it support monetarily, praying, caring, or sharing is greatly appreciated. Let me look at my notes. Hello, everyone on YouTube, Inception Radio Network, YouTube Center of Light, Twitter, Twitch. I always thought they should open up a pornographic Twitter and call it Twatter. I just had to say that. Hello, Aziza. All right, tonight is Center of Light choosing power versus force. Check out this biscuit. The power is not in you, dear Lord. The power is not in you. You are the power. Just by your 98.6 degrees body temperature of being here, you are 98.6 degrees temperature at least in light and lumens power. Every second, every minute, or every hour. Power versus force. The power is not in you. You are the power. So how do we get into the power? You can't force it. It's a choice. That which exists cannot become that which does not. Wow. That which exists cannot become that which does not. Simply by definition, non-existence does not exist. 4 things you can never change. You exist. All is the one and one is the all. What you put out, you get back. The only thing you can never change is change itself. All right, now we're going to move into the presentation a little more. I'm about to sneeze. I guess I need to be blessed. Look at the light. Now we're going to move into a little, hello Pamela, a little small section of power versus force. I like to gradually build. I do sort of a monologue, welcome, hello everybody kind of thing. It's all a play for me, a dance, an order. Center of Light choosing power or force, power versus force. All that is natural turns within itself, becoming infinitely greater expressions of itself, or super, keyword, natural. Supernatural. God. God is supernatural. And there is nothing you can do about it. If you want to see God in its most natural state, the supernatural state, you have to open yourself up to beauty like a flower. Boom. Now we're moving a little further into power versus force. Power does not live in you. You are power. Here's a great description of that very thing. Whatever is natural is powerful. Whatever is not is forceful. When we return to our natural state, we get power. Whatever is natural is imbued, it's power itself, because it's natural, as God created, pure and fresh as a driven snow. But that which is not pure, it requires force, of course, for anything to be accomplished. Today, a Native American released his juju, his mantra, his declaration, his wisdom. Tonight is Center of Light, choosing. I say these repetitions of the name for me. It helps me to stay peg on point of what it is for myself that I'm trying to nail. June 21st, 2022, Native American, an elder. We warned that one day you would not be able to control what you have created. That day is here. Now we must unite again. This is about power versus force. Now we must unite again to create an energy shift upon Grandmother Earth. She cannot take any more impact from all the selfish decisions being made. We have come to that place in this time upon Earth to now make a stand together, to unite. Each in our own sacred life ways have chosen to walk whatever religion or belief. Go to your sacred places, spaces, and join us in these special prayers for the earth on June 21st. It has been proven we can create miracles when we unite spiritually. Many white animals have shown their sacred color, I love that, throughout the world now, and they continue to communicate that we are at the crossroads. We have walked through 2 years of losing many relatives through a terrible disease, and so have the animals and plant life also continue to suffer. The imbalance of this is an Indian word, mani wakoni, water of life, causing droughts and fires to severe flooding, is everywhere. And I feel more suffering is to come from all these poor choices that are being made. I humbly request a time for each of the two-legged in this world to send a prayer to heal our precious earth and the balance of the Mweni Wakoni to be restored, the water of life. Begin to prepare in your homes. Begin to prepare in your homelands to unite all nations, all faiths, all prayer, one prayer, for the sake of the Grandmother Earth, our source of life, not a resource. In a sacred hoop of life where there is no ending and no beginning, Chief Orval Looking Horse, 19th keeper of the white buffalo calf pipe. Smoke that. Now, from an Eastern Indian, we went from American Indian to Eastern Indian, Swamiji Viswayogi. He says the same thing very differently, but very the same. Hello, my brother John. Swamiji says tonight is Center of Light, choosing power versus force. Swamiji says yoga means union. Yoga is the connection between the individual mind and the universal mind. The joy that is derived from the practice of yoga, union, is not definable. It can't be expressed. It can only be experienced. Yoga makes a man powerful. Yoga, unity, makes a man powerful and peaceful. Yoga is a path to get to a mental peace. Yoga is a path to get mental peace, family peace, and social peace. Through the practice of yoga, we can bring about universal integration, power, and peace. And it is practice of yoga that will make India, or American Indians, or everyone who comes into power versus force, we all become world leaders in this regard. From homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul. Back to basics. Spirit speaks. For clarity about how you ended up where you are now, it is time to check your origins and the many influences you have had along the way. To learn about yourself on a physical level. See, we're integrating these lessons, if you will. So it creates this expansion of power, not one of monkey-minded force because we're trying to smite and or smash something. To learn about yourself, for clarity about how you ended up where you are, it is time to check your origins and the family influences you may have had along the way. To learn about yourself on the physical level, you must go all the way back to your birthplace, and early environment. Recall your food intake, injuries that you sustained, and the illnesses that you have had throughout your childhood. To learn about yourself on a mental level, look to your family, religious instructors, peers, teachers, governors, and the media, for they have instilled in you what you bought and thought was right or wrong, holy or blasphemous, real or illusion, possible or impossible. To learn about yourself on the emotional level, consider the hurt, the pain, and fear you have been through. Ask yourself, why did I choose to incarnate in that particular family, in that particular place? What lessons did I come here to complete? Acknowledge how the tough love your parents meted out was not intended to abuse you, nor was it meant to leave you holding any emotional baggage. That's a tough one. Instead, take into account how their discipline has been instrumental to your development. Take stock of what you are holding on to and rejoice in what you have released. Take an overview of your life. Take an overview of your life, the gift of it, and the real gift of what you have gained by living it. See all these lessons and learn. Take an overview of your life. That is the gift. To get to your spiritual roots, understand that your body is comprised of the same properties as the celestial bodies, your star parents. Begin to see yourself as a divine child, enfolded by universal consciousness and power, coming into your purpose, your divinity, and birthright. Look in and out and all about. See God. Be God. Big difference. Power. My existence is power. I don't have to you don't have to gain or collect or tap into power. You are tapped into power because you're here. Otherwise, you don't believe me, try it. Go and plug your lamp from the wall. Watch what happens to said lamp. When your car runs out of gasoline, watch what happens to said car. When there are no more funds in your checking account, watch what happens to your checking account. And you can bank on that. A debit card only goes so far until you plug into the source of absolute power. That which is natural is powerful. That which is not natural, the monkey mind, it's natural, but it's been perverted. But that which is not natural is forceful, and it's choice. I understand sometimes we get a little angst, a little cray-cray, a little worried. We start pushing. Maybe that is purposeful in that regard because it's about your intentions to want to do something about your said situation as to why you need to step up because you're concerned. Anything beyond that is unnecessary, not needed, non-conducive force. Instead of picking up a stone and throwing it in a still pond to create a ripple, to bring back your desires in life, you pick up a rock, a big rock, and you throw it in the pond. It's like shouting. It's too strong. It's too much of a force. There is no power in that. Those ripples we were trying to create as we're trying to manifest begin to look like tidal waves. And what do tidal waves do? With a force, they are powerful. Power versus force. It's about being soft. You can still be punchy, if you will. Still be in power. The military does not have military power. It's not what power is. Sounds the same. Can be used interchangeably in a dialogue. Power. Let me look at my notes. Might take a break. It's hot in here. It's 100 degrees in this apartment. And I'm grateful. Yeah, I can take a song break. I'm going to be right back. Center of Light tonight. We're speaking about Center of Light choosing. Power versus force. When you are in your authentic self, there is no power to be gained and or needed. When you're doing exactly what you need to be doing in your beautiful, sexy, human, I love what I do self, in your authenticity, you are in power. Imagine if you're a writer, be it a music writer or an author. Hello, beautiful Rena. Imagine you're a music writer or an author or anything creative, and you're in a writer's block or a block of creativity. You try to force it. Not only have you come up against a wall, when we try to force these things, we start banging our head on the wall, thinking it's actually going to crumble the wall. You know, I'm frustrated, so we start banging our head on the wall. You heard the expression, banging your head on the wall, trying to get something done, or you're frustrated. When you're in your authentic self, there are no obstacles. Really? Can I create from that platform? Absolutely you can. But where is it? It doesn't matter. Because when you truly are in your authentic self, there is no want for anything, because then the want for something implies that you are forcing a want for something, hoping it comes back. It doesn't work that way. Power. I'm in my power. Let me share this tidbit with you about how to manifest money and good feelings and good relationships. But I'm not going to do that till I come back. Keith, you son of a... All right, I can handle that. I'll see you shortly. Let me find a good song. 2B1. Power. Unity. The American Indian said, unity. I'm calling all people of the earth. Follow to your religion, your tribe, your clan, your sect, whatever it is you do. If you one that cares about your global situation of the earth, as well as humanity, as well as manifesting the prophecy, can I please get your attention, he basically said. And Swamiji says, yoga means unity. That's where power is. It's in unity. All right, gonna be right back. 2B1, come together. 2B1.
broken pieces, making one of each and every heart, giving one love like you really mean it, seeing one in each other every day. Loving one is how to get to heaven, sharing one love that you are, hearing one, that little voice inside, being one with all the people, teaching one all the children about love, finding one your own peaceful heart, causing one to feel peace too, and that's the way, and that's the way to be one. Being one that lives to make a difference, caring for one who really needs a friend, opening one to truth that they see, lifting one to dwell in the kingdom, dwell in the kingdom, sending one only thoughts of happiness, receiving one love that's your gift, think as one ends the separation, being one saves the world, teaching one all the children about love, finding one your own peaceful heart, causing one to feel peace too, and that's the way. Teaching one all the children about love, finding one your own peaceful heart, cause the world to feel peace too, and that's the way. And that's the way to be one. To be one. To be
Welcome back to Center of Light, y'all. Light. You are power. You are power. You don't get power. You don't become the light. You are the light. And you are power. Full. Versus force. Thank you, every one of you, for sharing this presentation tonight. Center of Light Foundation. Thank you, Dr. Katie Camara. We're going to be bringing others, quite a few, in fact. All that we can get on board this mothership that's moving to the stars. You see them all around. It's not an out there stars. It's an in here. You are the rock star. It's your power. You're in it already. You're wielding it. The question becomes for all of us, are we wielding it consciously or not? You will not be more powerful when you become fully lit than you are when you're not. The only difference is there either is no filter and the light moves purely through the mind, or you're probably one who lives in a 9-to-5 grind. Think about it. Stop. Stop. Take it, look at it, smell it, taste it, kiss it, listen to it, feel it, observe it, caress it, massage it. Take another look, and you put that nonsense over there. So how do we, Keith Blanchard, make that money you were talking about? It is about the money. It is. It is about money. Let's stop bullshitting ourselves that it's not about money. How you like that one? I'm Mr. and Mrs. Spiritual. It's about the abundance. Well, money's included. No, it is about the money. It's exactly what it's about. We cannot deny this truth, or at least this game we're playing. So let's play the game fully, consciously. But to follow the rules is how we advance past go, and you get $200. It is about the money. But it's also about all the other abundance in which the money is actually part of. But money is a powerful force. So let's use it, of course. It's a horse with power. Horsepower, it's our engine that drives us forth. Money. So if we could tackle the money thing, I feel pretty good inside already. I do too. But if I had a little bit more of that, I would feel really delicious. So it is about the money. So let's examine it honestly. What I have been doing lately, I also have a loving push of grace behind me with Swamji saying, Keith, don't worry about anything ever again. I got you. So I want to extend this to you. And I'm hoping you join me soon. Actually, let's do it now. Let's play. I like playing. If you are interested in what I'm about to divulge, I want you to send me 9, make sure it's actually $9, do your thing and send me $9. 9. And I'm gonna wait. And I got a squeaky chair. It's gonna populate here in about 30 seconds. If you're interested in what I'm going to offer and want to join in a group session once a week, or just whenever you feel like it, just chime in with some $, right? Whatever, trust me, you just woke up and you feel prosperous. Go to the group and you send $. Sister Rena come in there like a big dog, right? So this is going to tell me that you are wanting to participate in the group hangout session so we can not only do our manifesting money and abundance individually. We all get on the same page. Watch. So I guess Rena is the only one that wants money. Power versus force. We have the power to create, or we can try to force it into our experience. Pamela says, money gives you freedom to help others and be of service. But she didn't follow the rules. I said, I want a 9. No, I'm teasing. She went overboard. I love it. She went the extra distance. Thank you. Pamela's in. So anyone who is choosing to be a part of this 10, 15, 5, how long you can stay? 30 at most for those who want to stay 30, but just come in, do your beeswax, and exit. There's nothing to it. Just send me those $signs. How do you manifest money? First, in this way, in this teaching tool. Abundance, love for other people, nurturing. I am powerful to get the abundance on all levels that I need, so it could stimulate in others the joy of my said giving. And in turn, it stimulates the joy in me and makes me want to give more. And it continues the cycle and expansion of money / abundance. In this regard, money and abundance are the same. They're truly the same. So much so they disappear into each other. Melinda says, show me the money. She's I love it. So, how do you do it? I'll show you how to do it. I'll tell you how to do it. And start it tonight. In fact, you can exit right now if you like and just start. But no, don't exit. How do you do it? I realize since Katie and I have been working on launching Center of Light Foundation, which is now completely launched, and launching this Roku channel. Hello, beautiful Elaine Leonard. Since we've been launching all of this in quick time, I liked watching a lot of Facebook Reels and TikToks and stuff like that for entertainment. So I come across this Facebook Reel of this guy, has to be a millionaire many times over. Young guy, good looking boy, smart guy, quick on the draw. He walks around whatever city and says, he pulls a small prank, or he knocks on someone's door. I'm thinking about moving into the neighborhood. Can you tell me about how much the rent here is, whatever? And his goal is, however much their rent is, he's going to pay it. I know this sounds like the woo-woo of YouTube, and it is, but it's not. It's real. This guy is generously giving money, abundance, help, caring, and sharing to other people. And as I'm watching this, as any of us would watch this, naturally we would start crying our ass off for the love that we feel for other people. And just in a simple, beautiful act. You go watch a movie, and at the end of the movie, your partner's looking at you to see if you're crying, right? And they're looking at you the same. And I realize in watching these videos, this is exactly the feeling and the dealing and the healing I want to pour through this platform of Center of Light Foundation. So I watch these very passionately, very sincerely, and I take it all in. And as I'm taking this in, I'm using visualization, reinforcing that this is exactly not what I want, but who I am. That is when I'm in my power and not force. I'm in my power, not force. I'm learning how to choose. Abraham Hicks says, you want to stay in your power? Any time throughout your day, if you're not feeling so well, pull out a picture of someone you love and look at it. Do whatever, put on a piece of music and listen to it. Can you bring yourself back into your authentic self, which is power versus force? So for those who are interested in doing a once a week, a 10-minute hangout, share your groovy stuff that you think that relates to our forum. I'll do the same. Maybe we can go live, listen to some Lakshmi mantra. Om Shri Mahalakshmaye Namaha. This is the aspect of God that is abundance on every possible level. It's one of the many faces or facets of the pureness of the whole self God as a fractal or a fragment for abundance, and it's feminine. Lakshmi. We can also watch a couple of 3 of those videos together and then dialogue about it after. How it moved you, why it moved you, and where did it move you to, as well as me. And we get this refining process together so we can move into our financial abundant power instead of trying to force something every second, every minute, every hour. And I have no doubt, the more people we have to build a house, the faster the house is erected. Let's dive into the financial fire. All right, so if you're interested in watching any of those videos tonight, get on Facebook or YouTube and look up a channel called That Was Epic. That Was Epic has no spaces. It's all one word. That Was Epic. You can also look up Big Daws TV. Daws, D-A-W-S. Big Daws, all one word, space TV. And you will see exactly what I mean. We all crave, love, appreciate, want more of those moments when someone in our life, even someone we don't know, has an amazing, blissful moment, and you're happy for them, and in such compassion for them, it becomes your own happy, beautiful moment. Hence the reason we cry. Hence the reason we clap. Hence the reason we say yay. Yay. Set in a spiritual context. Tonight is Center of Light choosing. Power versus force. When you are in your authenticity, you don't have to try to collect or gain power. You are in your power. Your existence itself is power, except the monkey mind, when it wedges itself in unconsciousness, we lose conscious power, but we still have the same power because we are no more powerful in our illumination than we are when we are unconscious. It's just that we just get the same level of unconscious stuff. Sandwiched between God and the devil. No power. Fear contracts. Let me rephrase that. Force. Fear contracts. Power. Love expands. Force. Fear works from outside to inside. Power. Love from inside to outside. This is from my bestseller, Homecoming: Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Fear is the taker. No power. It draws everything into itself and gives nothing. Still no power. Fear takes what it can when it can to feed a hunger that can never be satisfied. Fear creates judgment, which creates separation. Power. All that love does is give. It nourishes itself, yet has infinite leftovers to offer everyone and everything. Love is never hungry. Power. Love creates acceptance, which creates unity, as we talked about earlier when Swamiji said unity is power. Still in power, love is a fountain of wealth that is endless, eternal. Tonight is Center of Light choosing. Power versus force. I know, very much aware, that my presentations seem redundant. They're not at all. They're said with different inflections, different word usages, different intentions. Many of us operate on many different levels, and we don't always process like other people. There's a common ground. Everybody gets common ground. But then there's some people who are just woohoo, and there's some and we have this infinite bandwidth of souls on this earth. It doesn't really matter because I'm in my power. I love being with you. And I do know that when the Roku channel, Center of Light Foundation, launches within a month, things are going to move, and they're going to move very rapidly. If you are a creator out there with quality content and you want to be a part of Center of Light Foundation Roku channel, There's really no rules. I'm not into rules. There's only law. Love, peace, healing, sharing, caring, expansion, awareness, all that is goodness. Joy. We can talk about it. Song break. I need some water. It is 100 degrees in this apartment with no air condition. So I'll see you shortly. Welcome to Center of Light Choosing. It is of all of our choosing. If you're trying to force a relationship, lover, father, brother, sister, mother, it's going to be nonsensically, not one as joyfully as it could possibly be. Power means I'm here. Everyone is hurting to different degrees as to why certain people do to different degrees of things to other people. And until any one of us truly understands, integrates, and graduates through that lesson, we can only be sheeple. Power versus force. Sitting on you are probably more powerful. Like I said, you're not more powerful here or there, hither or thither. But in this context, you are probably more powerful when you're sitting on the toilet than we are throughout our day, because we engage the mind as we task, endeavor to do a something or other. We're going to sit on the toilet. You may look at your phone, or you may pick up a magazine if you're from the old world, to occupy your time, or rather no time, of sitting on the toilet. As to why you become so intuitive when you go to the bathroom, because you're not thinking about anything except doing your business. All right, song break. I need to get some water and turn on my fan for a second, but I got about a few more minutes. So thanks for joining Power versus Force. Support Center of Light Foundation. We, you, me, we are all the Center of Light Foundation. We're a foundation embedded, implanted on this earth by God's grace. No one can argue with that. Even the atheists, they will have a hard time keeping up with me. The foundation of who you are, at the very core of who you are, is power itself. We are the Center of Light Foundation. And as a nation, when we plug into this initiation, integration, and I do believe we're moving through certain bandwidths, maybe the beginning of graduation. We're doing it. See you shortly. And it requires to laver the soul. It requires to feel. That's power. Feeling is not emotion. It's not a turbulent ocean. Feeling is devotion. Okay, I hear you. But to what? Nothing. Devotion is not to anything but yourself. Well, shouldn't devotion be to God? Do you not see yourself one day, one lifetime, one reality with God, to where there's no you and God and it's just you? So is it not really devotion to yourself? See, God does not need our praise. If God got upset by what we did or did not do, it would make him a slave. God is beyond all the nonsense. So devotion is truly for us. And in this devotion, there's a reciprocation that happens. And in the participation, that everything happens. It's power versus force. Simply being. Feeling is the key.
To me as I sing this song for you. The message message that I bring is warning. And in your heart, that's where you'll find the truth. Inside, that's where the love lies. Listen to me.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light choosing. It's a choice. You have a choice. It's a voice. It's a choice. It's really simply a choice. Let me get back to a couple things. It's a choice. Power versus force. You are in your authentic power when you are simply your authentic self. Regardless, or the word people hate, irregardless of what other people think, you're in your power. Many people, in fact, I would bet that for most of us, our experience and memory of when we were our authentic self, most people don't like us very much. Then it becomes a life of force. Their life force against yours, because of course you've leaned into the possibility that you can affect me, but I'm going to still be my beautiful butterfly sexy human self. That's authenticity. You simply empower. You can will your life from this space, this disposition, but it's not working so well because I'm not getting what I want. You are getting exactly what you want. What you want is the power to sit in your authentic self space. And you get that. That's the grace. The other stuff that comes with it is just icing on the cake. Choosing, it's a choice. Power versus force. Let's use this analogy. A grumpy old man. I'm not picking on men. A grumpy old man. You know, he's got piss and vinegar in his mouth always, right? And then you look at his beautiful, sweet wife, your grandmother, your grandparents. It could be the other way. It could be the flip. But it just makes this analogy more powerful versus forcing it. So you got a grumpy grandpa and a loving grandmother. The grandpa is living in force, and the grandmother is living in power. The difference. We can look to the extreme. This is really going to bake you a fucking noodle. We look at the military might and we think that's powerful. It's forceful. What is true power? What could true power possibly look like in a way that I understand? Your brand new, fresh born baby daughter or a baby child. But let's use daughter because it's more feminine, it's more innocent, it's more pink. A baby girl, brand new baby girl. That's power. That's not force. The military is force. So of course, likewise, as above, so below, on forever it will go. If we become the feeling we get when looking at a brand new, fresh baby girl on the planet from, granted, God knows where it is, when we become that feeling consistently, we consistently are powerful and not forceful. Power comes from love. That's the power of love, says Huey Lewis and the news. And force comes from fear. Of course it does. There is no horsepower, nothing else but a bunch of horse shit. And we step in it all the time and we get upset. I get it. It's part of the human dynamic. But power is not something you throw. Crossing the fence a little bit, it's not something you wield. There's some gray area in the word wield. I'm a wordsmith. So I just play and dance in my joy. Power is definitely not something you throw out. Fist of power, all that stuff. That's not what power is. That's control. It may seem powerful. Power is essence of creation itself, elation itself, graduation itself, integration, ignition, recognition. Do you see? Of course you do, because you are powerful. When you are afraid, you are forcing something. When you enjoy bliss, ecstasy, love, caring, sharing, daring to do something different, you are in power. Empowered. In power. Something soon is coming. What does that something soon that is coming look like? It looks like you and you alone. That's it. Well, Keith, it doesn't look like you and everybody else. No, it doesn't. Not for you, it doesn't. What's coming looks just like you on a level you have suppressed. And that applies to me and all the rest. What is that something coming? It sounds so terrible because it is. But it's also so beautiful because it is. This is about graduating to godhood. That should be understood. What this is all about, biblical prophecy, prophecy from all lands, this is about godhood. Sounds blasphemic. That thought process, my friend, is very anemic of the iron that we need to anchor into the earth. I am an iron one. I am Iron Mike Tyson. Don't jack with me. I am in my power. This is about becoming God's children consciously versus God's children moving around aimlessly, wandering. So what's coming requires it to be dualistically forceful so that in our revelation and jubilation can relax into something that we never known could ever happen. To graduate through. There's no way this cannot happen. There is no way this cannot happen. There is no way this cannot happen. No way. Because it's very sad things that bring us out of dismay, what has brought us out of our dismay to where we are today, but to where we will be in the future, that we will call today as we look back in hindsight and see this beautiful flower unfolding. Beautiful flower when we're in our beautiful self, which brings authentic power versus force. When you're hard, you are in forcefulness. When you're in power and soft, you are in resourcefulness. Be full of bliss. If you're interested in joining me in this let's make some money hangout, send me some $signs. I will see who did. I will create this once a week program. And if you can't make it because of your job, that's fine. Because you can be a part of it. I'm telling you, when this thing graduates with the unity of people joining forces, I love wordplay. When the power of people, when we choose as a power, it's backwards, it's strange, to join forces of courses. I'm interested, Keith. Let's make some money. Let's become abundant. And let's help the living Lord out of other people. That's true power. Peace, love. I'll see you soon. Center of Light Foundation, Roku channel, coming up soon. Please support Center of Light. Monetary gift, share, care, prayer, however you choose to. This is not my platform. It's yours. Ours. Really, it's yours. Peace, love, and I'm looking for some final words. I have one.